Hola, peoples. Hello, welcome. We're going to do an inspirational reading in honor of my friend Elisa of Elisa Soul Kisses. And so we will get into a reading in just a second. We're going to work with, she decided that we should use the Chrysalis Tarot. I've not used this before, so it's going to be our first time. It's going to be our first time breaking this deck in together. And just so you know, this is in honor of my friend Elisa. And so this is in her group, and you can find the link to, well, in a group that she's in, that she has her like crystal sale. She sells a lot more than just crystals, though. But you can click the link and go to the group and join it and see all the good stuff she has. But I like to do these in honor of her sale to just, give back and help other people find some information if they're looking. So yeah, that's what we do. We do that. And we will have fun with the Chrysalis Tarot. Don't mind the mess. I'm in the process of cleaning again. I'm rearranging the office again, trying to get everything all nice. Don't mind this. I'm a little disheveled. Our cat, one of our cats, the one that's like always seems something's going wrong. He got really, really sick yesterday, like really sick, like blood, like sick, and no vet will take him right now because no vet has any availabilities, no emergency spots, and nothing. And so yeah, we're it's been a long night. It's been a long night because he got worse towards the end of the night. And this morning, though, he started to drink a little more water, which is a good sign. He drank water and he's eating a little bit of wet food. So he I don't know. Whatever happens, I just hope that he's okay and it's not painful. He doesn't seem to be in any distress. But yeah, it's just a little unnerving because he is old. I think he's like 17 years old. So, and he has a lot of health problems. So it's just a little, you just never know. But he's like come back like so many different times. So I'm just, whatever needs to happen, I just hope that it happens with ease and with grace and all that. Well, hello, Anita. Welcome, Amanda, Shawnette. So good to see you. Hello. Hola. Welcome. I miss everyone. I miss everyone. I'll be honest. Like I'm going through like burnout. And then this plague stuff. It's just I'm just tired. I'm tired and tired. But I hope everyone's doing well. I'm not like I'm not bad. I'm just tired. In a way. But yeah, we're gonna do a reading. It's gonna be fun. And Elisa's theme this month, this sale is her theme is like growth, change, grow, like change, growth, and be reborn. So change, growth, and rebirth, and she has a little cute graphic that says give yourself time. And I like that. I like that with what's going on right now. We do need to change, because things can't remain the same, because when things remain the same, problems continuously exist, because we want to change. Our nature is to shift and change. Our nature is to grow and to be reborn, and to honor that process, and we do have to allow ourselves time to sorry if that's too loud, I don't know. Allow ourselves the time and grace to experience those things. Well, thank you. It's called, I don't know what it's called. It's called, oh my gosh, I don't want to, I'm tired of shaving. I'm going through something, I haven't done a live in a long time. Well, hello, Jennifer. Well, hello, welcome. Hello, Sonia. Good to see you. But yeah, we're going to work with the Chrysalis. So obviously, I'm going to read from the little booklet here. I've never worked with this deck before. It's cute. That's cute. That's cute. So we're gonna focus on 3 cards. We're gonna do, again, I'm just going to do what her sale is expressing, her event, her theme. We're gonna focus on a card for change, a card for growth, and a card for rebirth. So all 3 cards, the way I work, y'all, this is a collective reading. So it's a general collective experience. It's not specific. It's not meant to replace a personalized reading. They are absolutely not the same, but we can still gain like collective insight. Well, hello, Nadia. Welcome. I've never worked with it. I'm excited. I like the back. It's cute. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I just pay attention to anything that pops up. I will ask you to pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. When I do, that's just the first number that pops into your head, and it helps you to personalize a collective reading. It helps you to take something that is very general, and the first number that pops out to you, that's going to be something that maybe you want to focus on, or that's going to be your dominant card for the reading. But all 3 cards will be a process for us to work with. But yeah. Always feel free to share your thoughts. Always feel free to express yourself. Try to make sure that we have a space here that we can just be who we are and share our thoughts on what's coming up. Okay, because you might have something to say and something to offer, and see something differently that we can have a conversation about than I do, right? So let me shuffle a couple more times. And we will see. Okay, so 1, 2, or 3, the first number that pops into your head. Go ahead and comment 1, 2, or 3, that first number that pops into your head. Hello, Patricia, welcome. So 1, 2, or 3, that first number that does pop into your head, or the first number that you see, the first, I almost poked my eye out, the first number that you hear, the first number you just know, or just whatever. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and go with that, right? Whatever ancestor spirits, whoever you work with, whatever your practice is, feel it out. And remember, so another thing, I just feel like I was all weird. Remember that card 1, stack 1, or card 1, position 1 is going to be change energy. Card 2 is going to be growth energy. And card 3 is going to be rebirthing energy. So you'll apply that sort of concept, whatever you associate with those things, to that layer, that card, right? So let's pull some cards. There's 1. I like the backs of the cards. They're cute. And 3. Let's see. Let us see. Oh, cute. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay, let me get a drink of water. The only thing I don't like about facial hair, especially like right here, everything you eat, everything you drink, it's just gross. Oh, it's so gross because it's there. You can't help it. It's just there. So card 1 is the 3 of mirrors, and it is super cute. It's okay. This is interesting. So, the 3 of mirrors. Look at that mirror in the background. That is fascinating. And you spit water everywhere too. 3 of mirrors. And the key word for the 3 of mirrors is compassion. The 3 of mirrors is about coming together in joyful celebration with family and friends. The lion and lamb symbolize a harmonious sense of self-acceptance we must discover and nurture within our own hearts before we are capable of extending compassion to others. The implicit message of the 3 of mirrors in your reading is do no harm. This is a card that exudes happiness and optimism. It bodes new romance. Okay. New romance, creative new ventures, or simply a joyful occasion to see yourself reflected in the mirrors of love, compassion, and good fortune. So, 3 of mirrors. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? And let's think about this. This is also This is about change. There's a change here. And the threes are about expansion, right? Threes is a very sacred number. I love threes. But threes are about expansion. There's about, like, when two becomes something else, right? So there's transformation with the three, and then we have mirror energy. So there's reflection here. And so let's see, three of mirrors, how does that make you feel? Compassion, and it's really definitely expressing you know it is time for us to change the way that we perceive ourselves. It is time that we change the way that we face the mirror. So whether it's looking at our own selves in the mirror and whatever self-talk that we have in regards to our situation, right, or ourselves, it is time for us to change that. It is time to bring into our own life experience the things that are going to bring us balance and harmony. And so we have to look at ourselves and really face our situation that we're going through. And we have to look at ourselves and choose to see things in a way that's going to feel better. So whatever we're going through, right? Everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own situation. We can all change. We can all do our best to change whatever we're going through. And so ask ourselves, whatever situation you're in, like, what am I going through? What do I feel? What is good? What's great? Let me count my blessings. So what's going on that's really good? What do I love? And then maybe what don't I really like? Like, what could I change? And so that's something to be very aware of as well. It's like the three of mirrors is coming to say, look, there's some really great things. Let's keep on that path and focus on the things that we love and we celebrate, right? And then let's also be aware of the friction, be aware of the chaos. Like, what don't I love when I look in the mirror, or when I see that there's situations in the world, or in my world, let's worry about our own selves, in my world, in my reality, there's situations that I'm not really a fan of, I'm not fond of. Like, okay, what in my own experience, like, what in my own situation, what can I do to alter the perception or alter course, right? So what can I do? How can I be a solution for my own life? Like, what do I need to seek outside help? Do I need to do I need to seek therapy? Do I need to shift my nutrition? Do I need to shift my exercise routine? Do I need to implement a meditative practice in the mornings instead of evenings? I don't know, but there's something there that we can all tap into to bring harmony into our life right now. And so what needs to change is how we bring harmony into our own life experience and into our own reality, right? Let's see, very iconic card, spiritual changes. I like that. Yeah. Oh no, hey Mona, good to see you. So let's see, seeing ourselves through others' eyes and showing ourselves some compassion. Yeah. Ooh, that's actually at times it can be a little easy, can be a little challenging. Like, sometimes it's hard to see ourselves as the amazing, beautiful beings that we are. And so sometimes it can be a little easier to look through the eyes of another. But in this case, it's the mirror, right? And so look into a mirror and see yourself from almost like a detached point of view. Does that make sense? So you're discerning yourself. You're seeing yourself as spirit, as whole, as beautiful. Yeah, we always judge ourselves so much harder than how other people's perspective. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Three mirrors you can't hide from. Look into self to see what changes are needed. Yeah, and another thing, because this is a position of change, we don't necessarily have to change, right? Sometimes it's just it's acknowledging the situation. Sometimes it's acknowledging, like, yeah, this is who I am. This is me, and I love me. I appreciate me, right? Sometimes it's not saying I need to change this about myself. Sometimes it's just simply acknowledging who you are and what you are and where you are, and just acknowledge, yes, this is me. And so we don't have to necessarily seek to change things, but sometimes that change is more so not denying who we are, right? I know myself, and the things that, the core things about me that I love, I may not want to change, and I don't have to. And so I can accept who I am. And I also accept that people can respond to that differently. And some people may love it and some people may not, but that's entirely on them. That's their choice. That's their reality. I'm not for everybody. That's okay. So the mirror is showing self-compassion and learning to love where you are, and growing your story, right? Rewriting your story. Let's see. I have changed the way I look at the world and how I react to my surroundings. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's good. It's powerful. I like that. And so, y'all, the next card, card two, which I really like. Let me find it for you. Card two is, I love it for the core card. Card two, again, would be like, so change, growth. This is interesting. So growth, this will be the growth card, is the Lovers. Cute, huh? The Lovers. What does that make you think of? So attributes, unity and oneness. Unity and oneness. What do you see when you think of lovers? What kind of imagery pops up? What words pop up? What feelings pop up? Think about it. So lovers. Joyful forest animals gather around a Celtic marriage ceremony beside the tree of life. The Lovers card evokes the union of opposites through the natural energy of mutual attraction. This celebration of oneness is animated by spiritual energy and great expectation. When the Lovers card appears in your reading, it may or may not have to do with a wedding. Oh my God. The Lovers can also symbolize the reconciliation of conflicting values or beliefs. Whether this reconciliation involves romantic love or your worldview, this card anticipates. Sorry, I'm like, ooh, hey, sorry. This card anticipates a significant leap forward. When lovers appear in your reading, the irrepressible drive that moves you to bite the forbidden apple and exit the garden of delusion takes. Ooh, I like that. Sorry. So let me read that again. So when lovers appear in your reading, the irrepressible drive that moves you to bite the forbidden apple and exit the garden of delusion takes command. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? That is very interesting. I really like that. So yeah, lovers, how does that make you feel? What comes up? Let's talk about it. So I do like, but it's definitely sane, with the lovers. I really enjoy that because it's harmony, and I like the fact, again, it's opposites, right? It's when two, again, three of mirrors, when two expand, right? And lovers, it's almost like when two become one. It's unity. It's opposites coming together based on your attraction. And for opposites to come together, it's like in order for them to understand what they love and what they don't love, you need the opposite energy, and that's why they're attracted to one another, because without one, the other couldn't really exist, and the other couldn't really know so much about itself and how it is in reality, right? And so with lovers, or the lovers, there's this beautiful connection where it is time to grow. It is time to grow this unique experience for our own lives. So where in your life do you need to bring love? Or where in life do you need to bring this like oneness? Where in life do you need to heal like rifts that have happened, right? And where I know, right? The explanation with the forbidden fruit is amazing. I know that wording was perfect, because it's like, okay, it's like, bye, peace. I'm about to get out of this delusion. I'm about to step into the power of awareness, of oneness, and to see the world, my world, as I create it. I'm about to eat this apple, and I'm going to go full in, like, peace, delusion, no more. So I like that. It's like this truth serum of sorts. It's like opposite. I noticed immediately the moon in one corner, the sun in the other. Yeah, Yeah, opposites coming together for sure. And without, you know, the moon wouldn't be the moon without the sun. You know, the moon reflects the solar energy. And so we wouldn't experience the moon the way we experience it without the sun. You know, the moon wouldn't be have its fullness, its brightness, its beautiful light, right, without the sun present, the sun doing its thing. And so they are attracted to one another, you know. Yes, sorry, I got distracted. Taking off your rose-colored glasses to your situation. So what do we want to grow? What do we want to grow? And so we have lovers. It's we grow, we are seeking to grow unity, oneness. We are seeking to merge that three of mirrors energy. So we are merging and we are growing in oneness, and we are aware of our participation in our life, our participation in our story. This is our story, this is our creation. So again, it's so much more than that, because we are co-creating with other people, other situations, society, government, all of it. We are co-creating, we're co-creators, but we are responsible for our participation in this experience. And so we don't always have to think about all of the other stuff, all of the excess stuff. We need to bring it a little more simpler and bring it back to our own life, our own reality, because when we focus on our thoughts and our actions, our words, our feelings, when we focus on our own story and we start to perfect it, then that is expanded, that is shared outwardly, that creates massive changes. But we don't have to try and change the world at large. We simply need to focus on our own story and change our own world, our own dynamic, by writing the story in which we seek to live. Does that make sense? And so with the lovers, it's bringing that into unison, bringing that into harmony, and seeking out. Ooh, another thing that pops into my head right now is the people that we keep around us, the people that we communicate with, the people we interact with, the people that we share our bodies with, the people that we share our time with, the people and situations, right? And so, that's lover energy, where we have to be very aware of who we are creating with. Who are you in bed with? Who are you creating with? Who are you writing your story with? Are you around people? Again, it doesn't have to always be good, because we do sometimes need that the opposite energy to attract, right, to create something amazing. But sometimes we have opposite energies where they're just not great. There's toxicity that we have to be aware of. So are we around people who challenge us? Yes, and that's healthy, but support us and uplift us and we grow together? Or are we around people in situations that we're clashing, and they continuously bring us down, or we bring them down, and it's just not working out? And so there's a very toxic environment where we're not learning anything here. Does that make sense? And so with the lovers, it's definitely saying, okay, I need to pay attention to my circle, my people. I need to pay attention to who I share with, and it's everything. It's our environment. Like, what environment am I in? Again, with the moon, it's like the environment, right? The sun, the active force. What I have this environment. What am I doing in this environment? And so we must be very aware of how we participate in our life. We must be very aware of what we do with our time and our energy, and if it is in harmony, in alignment with what we want to experience. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, water. I talk too much. Oh, sorry. I thought I had something in my water. No, there's just a pen behind the clear glass. That freaked me out. I was like, what am I drinking? So, excuse me. What do we want to experience in our environment, and how do we interact with it? So the lovers and lover energy is definitely expressing to pay attention to who we are around, and is it a good friction, good challenge, or is it not so good? Is it constantly tearing down? Is it constantly negative? And negative is not bad, but is it constantly bringing me down and not really helping? Because if that's the case, then we have to look in the mirror. We have to change. We have to choose to change things. Always remember your power. Always remember you are capable. Let's see what this says. So each other's reflections can mimic looking in a mirror. We attract what we believe, that which we view our own worth. Look closely to who and what we attract. Yeah. I'm serious. I have a lot of stuff on my. I'm cleaning, so I thought there was. I'm like, oh my god, there's floaters. No, there's not. I was like, that is a huge chew. What was I drinking? Um. So, okay, card 3. So this card 3 is the position of rebirth. So let's see. And I like, and see, this is why I like that the lovers is at the core, because we have the lovers bringing unity and oneness. So on the left of the lovers, we have the 3 of mirrors. On the right of the lovers, we have the 4 of stones. And this is keyword. This keyword. The keyword for the 4 of stones is possessions. So what do you see when you look at this card? And what do you think of when you think of possessions? So an ornately bejeweled chest filled with your most prized possessions. Oh my gosh. An ornately bejeweled chest filled with your most prized possessions blocks a pathway to self-understanding. This card might be a warning not to overvalue material things, or it could signal that you've become reticent. I hope I said that right. Reticent to making needed changes in your life. The 4 of stones is frequently presented as a card of stones, as a card fraught with trouble. Oh my gosh, I can't see y'all. The 4 of stones is frequently presented as a card fraught with troubles, but as with most things, proper balance is key. Do you see the key word here? Do you see some patterns here? Again, but as with most things, proper balance is key. While the 4 of stones, page turn, while the 4 of stones acknowledges your accomplishments to date, now may be an ideal time to slide the chest to one side and consider the higher matters of life. Huh. It's hot here, you guys. Okay, so I like that. So what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? So, yeah. The 4 of stones is frequently presented as a card fraught with troubles, but as with most things, proper balance is key. While the 4 of stones acknowledges your accomplishments to date, now may be an ideal time to slide the chest to one side and consider the higher matters of life. And so what does that say to you? Again, how does that make you feel? It is possessions. And so I feel like with what needs to be reborn, this is interesting. What needs to be reborn, I think of possessions, and I think of like it makes me think of literal like being reborn. I think of, you know, the body and the womb and child shooting out and, you know, being reborn, or just, you know, your creative idea, right? The creative idea that you hold and the nurturing of that creative idea and then sharing that with the world, being reborn. And so the 4 of stones, it's like you can collect all of these things, right? And that's a great thing. So it could be that right now there is a time where it is time to be reborn, and it is time to not do the same thing that you've always done. It could be that now is the time to put aside what you are known for, put aside what you have chosen in the past as worked for you, and be inspired by that. You don't have to fully let that go, but it's like putting all that aside and almost getting to the foundation of things again. Like it's almost like going back to square one and being a new witch. Like, if for those of you who've been practicing however long you've been practicing, it's like going back to square one, going back to the beginning, because now I've done these things, I've got these initiations, I've gotten these trainings, right? But I need something more for my practice. I need something more for me, and so I must learn differently. And so I can't hold on to all this. This is what I tried to say earlier. I try not to swear when I'm doing videos for Elisa, because out of respect for her group, the group that she's in, that she sells in, but sometimes it happens. Sorry, I almost did it. But instead of, looking at all the things all the stuff that you collected, right? It's okay to be proud of that. It's okay to have those degrees and those certifications and all that stuff. It's okay. But now it's like, okay, you are being called to see things from a higher perspective. You are being called to not do the same thing, but to see it from a different space. And it is time to rebirth that. So you can take the lessons, you can take the experiences, you can take the stuff, right? You can take it and you can utilize the higher perspective of those things. You can utilize your understanding of those things, but now it's time to again put it into your world, birth it into your world in a new way, not the same. Does that make sense? So it's definitely looking at keeping the higher understanding, the lessons you've learned from your practice, from your life, from your work, from whatever it is, your situation, and don't let okay, don't let the things get in your way. But I've always practiced this way. Like I've always used my athame for this, or I've always used like this aura quartz crystal. I've always used it for this. Don't let things get in the way of your progression. So sometimes we have to set aside what we already know and learn something new. Example, and I'm so grateful that I didn't have a hard time with this, because astrology has always been so challenging for me. But a lot of people, I study Hellenistic astrology right now. I'm a student of Hellenistic astrology. And so a lot of people have this like really rich background in modern astrology, right? And so they have to like unlearn a lot of things when they are learning Hellenistic astrology. And that can be very challenging, because now you're taking all of this training that you have, your background in modern astrology, and you're trying to make it fit into Hellenistic astrology without really understanding the foundation of Hellenistic astrology, right? And so that can be very frustrating and very challenging. But if you put that to the side for now, you can then learn the richness of the foundation and the beauty of Hellenistic and traditional astrology. You can learn so much more, and that can expand your awareness and your ability to create this modernized astrology, right? So the Four of Stones, I feel like does that make sense? I feel like I'm just rambling, but let me know if that makes sense, because it makes sense in my head the way I'm seeing it, but sometimes like the way I see it, the way that it's coming through, and then I don't know if it's making sense when I express it. So the Four of Stones I really like, because it's saying that, look, you are valid, you are worthy, you deserve the life in which you seek for yourself. You have gained a lot of knowledge, you have gained the certifications or whatever it is. Don't feel like you just have to completely obliterate who you are. You can take what you know from those things, but there are things that you have to put aside for now. There are things that you have to let go of right now. And it is time to be reborn. So focus on something new. Focus on using your information and channeling it into starting a new foundation to perfect your craft, to perfect your life, to perfect your job, to perfect the way you make money, or whatever. It is time to step into that. It is time to maybe even open that box and see what you can keep and what you need to let go of. And I like the blend of this, because we have the Three of Mirrors, right? We have this reflection, how we talk about ourselves, how we see ourselves, and the compassion we seek to have, not just with ourselves, but with our own world, the world around us. So we have the compassion here. And then the lovers is at the center, bringing the stuff together. This is, you like the hand things? Like, here you go. Sorry, when I look up and stuff, I know it's weird because I'm not looking directly at the camera, but like I'm looking at the information, like the information that I'm trying to express. That's why I look in weird places. So you have the lovers at the core kind of bringing these things together. Like, look, it is time. It is time to step up in your own life for yourself. It is time to have compassion for your life and where you've been and what you're doing, and look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and find your solution. And it is time to start surrounding yourself with the experiences and the people and the situations that you want that are going to set you up for success. So if you're around people who are just, taking you down, don't go down with them. Don't go down with them. Make clear your boundaries, right? Express yourself. Fight for yourself. This is your life. You're not living for other people. You're living for yourself. And so you have to make that life count, right? And then you have the force of stones on the other side, coming through. So it's like compassion for where I've been and what I've collected and what I've gained with my knowledge and my experience in my life. But it's also this rebirthing process where we take all of that and we take the best lessons, because sometimes the best lessons are really like tragic. The things that we've learned in our life, we take all of those things that can really help us, and we transform it into something new. We embark on a new adventure. We embark on a new journey. We don't keep all of these things and bring them along. We put the stuff that we don't need in the box. We set the box aside. We keep the things we do need, and we start moving forward, knowing that if and when we need anything from that box, we can pull from it. We can pull from it, right? So yeah, any thoughts, any last minute thoughts or questions? I really like how the 3 cards fit. So to be reborn, it is time to just be reborn in the fact that it's time to do things from a new foundational set point. It's time to train in something new. Maybe it is time to take our spiritual practice to a different level, to a different space. Maybe outer space. I don't know. So yeah. Any thoughts? Let's see. It's like combined, reflect on who you are, assess what you love and what is healthy, and is your perspective on possessions instead of what truly makes you happy. Yeah. Because, there are things that I've gathered that people have given me or blessed me with, and I love them, but they're not serving me. And I just collect them. And so I've been like, at times like, okay, bless someone else with something beautiful, bless someone else with something, because I know that they will benefit from it more. I love it, but it's not really working in my life right now. I don't need it, right? And so I should share the blessing, share the magic with another that I know can benefit from it, because they're going to use it, not me. Let's see. Bingo! My stones are my hoarding, which allows me to self-isolate, not allowing others into my home. Distancing has become my safety mechanism. Intellectual, I realize this. My stuff are my stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. And no worries, Mona. No worries at all. I know. I liked how the 3 cards really interact. And if we think about it, we have mirrors, we have reflection energy, and the 3 of mirrors and the lovers. So we have things that we love being reflected, right? So compassion. So it's important for us to have that self-love and figure out how to have that for ourselves. And sometimes, y'all, if you are able to, and if you can, therapy is awesome. Therapy is wonderful. Like if you have insurance, if you can afford it, or if you can find like a program that allows you to have therapy, take full advantage of it. That stuff is wonderful. And look at, I just love the cards. I just love the cards because it's self-transformational. We grow in understanding of how to apply compassion to ourselves, and by looking looking in our own world, in our own life, and when things manifest, when things come up, we can also look like, what's going on in my life or in my internal thoughts. What emotions do I feel? What am I going through, and how can I choose to honor that, but like, how can I also choose to find a solution if I want to feel differently? You know. And don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself for any negative thoughts or feelings. Work through them, and ask for help when you need that, and learn to invite the attraction process of opposites into your life, so you can create the best for yourself moving forward. Now I feel like I'm just rambling. So if you don't have any more last minute thoughts, I am going to head out. I thank you so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And again, this was in honor of Elisa Soul Kisses. She's having a Crystal and More sale event this weekend, right? In the group, which you can find the link in the description of the video. And if you're not watching this from the group, find the group and join so I can help you find amazing crystals. And if you have any questions on how to metaphysically work with different crystals, just tag me and I will be there. But yeah, I like to do little comments on crystals. Sometimes I give you formulas. Sometimes I just offer just advice or whatever. I just offer stuff that whatever pops into my head. But yeah, I really enjoy doing what I do. I love talking, even though I'm like socially awkward, but I love this. I love doing this, and I'm so happy to be able to share this with you. So use what you can, and thank you so much for sharing this time and space with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, and I will talk to you very soon. Be blessed. And I did not swear this entire time. Okay, bye.